everyone. So, in this lesson, we're going to talk about representing information. And believe it or not, information or how we communicate with one another can be very different. So, if I was like this, you'd probably say, oh, that means okay. Even though I'm not actually, well, though I just did, I'm not actually saying anything. Information could be represented in a different way, right? So, I could also do this or I could do this. And information or what I'm trying to convey is represented through what I'm doing with my hands. Same with our phone. We might use different emojis to represent different kinds of communication or information or emotions. And that's one way of representing information in a different way as well. There's Morse code where you could be flipping on your light switches back and forth and representing a whole slew of information, whether it's actually sentences or words through a different code. And that's a different way of communicating. So in this lesson, we're going to talk about how information could be represented in different ways. I've just given you some examples, but it could be your own representation. You could have your own kind of quote unquote language where you could communicate with somebody else if they just knew what the rules were. And so that's really segueing into how computers and technology communicate. Believe it or not, your computers have a universal language, or technology technically has a universal language. And it has to take all those kinds of different pieces of information, whether you speak English or you speak German, or you're using a set of different emojis or characters. And in our case, in a computer, different characters and different types of information. It needs to be translated to your technology so that it can be interpreted in many different ways and forms and brought together in a universal language or pieces of information that your machines can understand. And so that's really what we're talking about in this lesson. So hopefully it kind of brings into context what we're doing. And I look forward to talking to you guys more or having you guys learn a little bit more about representing information.